Okay, let's end the turn. Right. I would completely ignore these stats as well for a long time, basically, because the AI on Godless is going to have so many advantages. I'm going to be behind for quite a bit, but yeah, I will catch up. Let's get a space junk. Okay. Oh, and that was it for the turn, was it? Okay. Next turn. Just a tiny bit of movement left, basically. An unknown civilization has built the hyperspace project Galactic achievement. I think that was the movement bonus one. That was quick. So that's a pain. I would have liked that. But there's no way in hell I could have beaten them to that. I think it needed a resource as well, so they must have got the resource already. Nothing here, sadly. Okay, and right. Oh, is everything on auto at the moment? Yeah, it looks like it. So let's end the turn. Okay. And that planet doesn't have anything, so where am I sending this to now? Let's get it down here. If I see any resources, I'll stop and pick them up. Okay, so let's end the turn. New citizen. Right, so I've got 2 administrators left. I'm more than likely going to be hiring that administrator. I'd say it's 98% likely, but since it's not definite, I won't hire them quite yet. Who knows? Could somehow pick up administration points from the tech tree in time. Almost impossible, but yeah, I won't pick it yet. So let's end the turn, is it? Unless I can colonize this turn. Can I? 1, 2, 3. Next turn. Okay. There's an econ relic up there, which I definitely want to pick up later on. But constructors can wait. Colonizing is much more important. Right. Okay. So let's come down here. Let's colonize as well. So this, as we saw before, is probably going to be good for ships. And since there's a few planets there, yeah, this definitely going to be using all of these for heavy industry, probably making ships. Let's colonize that one. Okay, and we actually got the same event twice in a row. That kind of sucks. Same pick. Right, so now I'll figure that in a second. Let's pick the ideology. So Relentless, all construction plus 10 on the home world. So actually it's not research, is it? No, it's just all construction, but that means it's social and ship construction. So that's been increased a lot, finally. Took a while, but it will mean I should be able to get these out a lot quicker now, which is very important. So yeah, I want to get that down to 1 turn and basically have the fastest colony ships going that I can early game. And yeah, I'll be able to colonize very quickly, hopefully grab the most planets. So Das Star, this one, wealth over there, ship construction there. So what's that? That's ship construction also and social construction. That is probably where I'm going to stick my early stuff then. So ship construction, left deep core mine. Next, get adjacency of that. Starport can go on top of there. That's looking really good actually. Really good. Okay. I'm not going to focus too much on colonizing that, because if someone was going to colonize, if someone does colonize that, A, is crap, and B, my influence should be able to culture flip it at some point anyway, so it doesn't matter if I were to lose that one. So let's gamble, try and get better worlds elsewhere. Okay, so let's end the turn. Oh, and a second. let's get that out first. So where am I bringing this to? I've got one ship there, one going over there. I think I'll bring it out to there, is it? This nebula's in the way though, which is a problem. I'm not quite sure the quickest route, honestly. Let's put it there and bring it to there. So yeah, range has been increased by colonizing, which is great. Let's end a turn. Still haven't found an empire yet, but it won't be too long. And then I can, well, if I know where they are, I can plan accordingly. So no one's colonized any of those, good. Right, research. If I do see anyone colonize those, if there's an empire back up there, then I'll have to race up there to colonize them quickly. The remaining two. So we got the movement tech. That one used to be quite good, but it's nowhere near as good as it used to be. It used to be a bigger percentage amount, and it's been lowered. And you don't need as many constructor modules on your ship as you used to, really. Because star bases don't use constructors to upgrade anymore. It's just to make them initially. I'm going to go after Iron Drive next, which is going to increase that speed further. Takes 8 turns. It's a bit more debatable whether or not you should go for that, but I will. Right, let's end a turn. Okay, I'm starting to really like how things are going. Alright, let's cancel that. So how many do I need for the next pick? 30. So I need 3 more planets or an event. It gives yeah, more points. We haven't had an event yet, sadly. Right, I'll come back to you shortly. Oh, it's actually the last turn, is it? How quickly am I doing it? Right. Right, so we brought one over there. I think I'll bring one down to there next. I am tempted to colonize one of those now, but I probably shouldn't do. Oh, and there's an asteroid within my territory. I can actually afford it as well. Let's do that. I'll stick on that, and you know what? I'm going to put the automated thing on here if it will allow me to. Sometimes there's an issue with this. Not sure why it doesn't allow you to click it. Sometimes I'll come back there in a minute. Let's end the turn. Okay, I should have taken that off auto. I've just gone and missed a ton of stuff, junk here I could have picked up. Yeah, you know what? I will return to pick this up. So let's go pick up that capsule. Okay. I'm sure that went up then. It shouldn't have done, because it didn't mention it in the description. Okay. So yeah, this is working out at the moment. It's 10 movement actually now, because I had a movement boost. Let's come down there, have a look. Oh wow, there are 3 here. So which one do I want? More Epimetheus pollen, which is really good, and it's the best world. Fentric 1 then, I think I'll go try and colonize first. Okay. 2 movement. Right, we'll colonize that next turn then, hopefully. I need to bring more colony ships down here then, definitely. Could be a lot down here, couldn't it? I think I'll redirect this one down here then. Okay. And oh, that finished. Oh, that's maybe why the research went up, because the aid research thing came in. I could make that now, and in fact I probably know where I want to stick it long term, next to that approval thing, but it's not that important. I'd rather get the research at this stage. So, oh, yeah, I've actually completed Iron Drive. I don't know, maybe it was bugged with that capsule, I'm not sure. So well, yeah, we really got through this period quite quickly, surprisingly. And case of what do I want now? I might go for that range. An extra 10 range would be pretty good at this stage in the game. But I might want to start thinking about other things. I think the range though, yeah. I want that. Okay. So let's end the turn. I'm going to have to hire another admin soon. When there is admin that comes within this part of the tech tree, so the first lot, I think there's 3 in here somewhere. I might want to pick that up. They've actually pushed it back in the recent patch a lot. It used to be a lot sooner. There's some there still. And most of it is all the way back down here now. So yeah, it's surprising how many changes there have been in the tech tree in that recent patch. Let's end a turn. Okay, let's have a look with this one. Right, let's pick up the anomalies over there. It's an artifact. Okay, what hull type is this anyway? Medium hull. Yeah, I might be able to upgrade that survey ship into something decent later on. Use it in a fleet with commander. Okay, so if I colonize that, I should get the range for that. So I'll bring that down towards there. That's probably isolated. I doubt anyone's going to get near to it soon, so it's not a rush to look over there. Okay. Let's colonize the seemingly best world here then. So this is Epimetheus Pollen. Tourism doesn't matter. Elyrum's wealth. I had a world over there which is the same, wasn't it? So this should be good for ship production. And wealth. I'm pretty much picking the Malevolent no matter what though, because I'm beelining the 3rd pick. So yeah, manufacturing's good anyway. Tends to be a lot better than the other picks, Malevolent anyway, and this has been the case since Gal Civ 2 actually. It's not as bad as it used to be in Gal Civ 2, but it's still an issue. I need to balance it out probably a bit more, arguably. So there's a couple of things here. Oh, you know what? I haven't been adding all of these new planets on here, have I? There's a couple left. Right. It's up to 5. That's actually the maximum. I need to build a new shipyard, that means. So this colony, what's that? Ship construction. Later on there are tile improvements that allow you to get more tiles. I love those. Problem is, without them I can't really plan very well where I want to stick buildings, so it's all a bit up in the air at the moment. I'm maybe making stuff that I eventually move around. I think I'll put... This is water, so it's unlikely to be able to get tiles there, sadly. But I think I'll put that building there. That was ship construction, so I'll stick the starport next to it. Probably put the deep core mine there, I'm thinking. Maybe I should put that there to get the adjacency now though, arguably. Okay, so I think that's it for the turn. So next turn. Turn is it anyway? 36. How many planets have I got then? I've got 5, and I want at least 12, 13 to say I've done fine, but I really want more. 15, 18 maybe. Okay. I think the amount of habitals I'd set for this map settings was 55. Sadly, you can't mod it so it's a minimum amount. You can only mod it so it's a maximum amount. So I set it to 55, but that doesn't include minor races or starting home worlds of the other empires. There's probably more like 65 planets to 68 planets maybe. In reality, it'll be on this map. Alright, there's nothing there. Range is increased now though, so I can come down here. There's a colony ship near to the star. Let's go and find out if anything is here. No, sadly. Let's come down to that star though, I think now. That one is coming off over there. Okay, shipyards idle. I've actually run out of administrators, which means I need to hire another administrator. Okay, later on, once I get certain resources, I'll be able to promote these using Promethean and Epimetheus pollen, which I'm lucky enough to have, to get yet more administration points. But they retire then. But that's going to be well worth doing. Okay, could even make them a mobster potentially, but probably won't. Right, so we can now make these colony ships again. There's something new in here as well, which I haven't shown. I'll show what that ship is now. So let's put that in the list though. Oh, hang on a second. Didn't I get Iron Drive? I think I did. So I need to come in here. And I've designed these previously as well. So let's unfavor that colony ship. That's an old design. And that constructor. So the new colony ship, what it has on it is 1 iron drive and environmental support, which is the best I currently have available. So that's like a 3rd generation, and those are 2nd generation. So that's I've called it a Mark III, put a minus next to it, so that yeah, you know, it's not fully up to date, arguably, for my naming convention. I want to put the new constructed design in as well. Won't be making any anytime, well, yeah, towards the end of the colony phase I'll be making them, but not quite yet. The Cargo Explorer, what that is, well, it's basically got a survey module on it and a lot of speed and a bit of range as well. So I will be wanting to make some of them later on. I haven't designed a nice ship model for it. I can be asked, to be honest, mucking around with that. So that's just what it looks like. And yeah, there's a sensor ship I need as well at some point, but it doesn't look like it's appearing yet. I might have to design it. Coming up, what's going on then? The shipyards. Let's stick in one of the new Iron Drive colony ships. Okay. So how fast are they as well? 5 to start out, and they have decent range. Okay. Couldn't make it any more faster than that. I didn't have the cargo space on it. But when I get future techs, I will be able to. Okay, so let's end the turn. Oh, there's asteroids there. I should buy those. I hadn't realised. Yeah, definitely need a notification thing for asteroids. That would be one of my biggest requests at the moment to be added. So that will get a ton of extra production coming up once they're made in 3 turns. Let's end the turn. You can have asteroids direct to any planet though, but the longer the distance, the harsher the penalties on the asteroid. So say for example, this asteroid here, that's 1 production, raw production. If I put it there, it lowers. So sometimes it could be worthwhile doing that, especially if you want to give a planet help. Right, nothing there, was it? Let's come down to here. Yeah, I'm liking this actually with the commander on the survey ship. I did think I made a mistake for a bit, but it looks like it's working out with the administration points, and it's certainly helping me to explore a lot quicker. Right, did I forget that? Yeah, I probably did. I need to stop doing that. But believe it or not, talking and playing at the same time, yeah, leads you to forget things. So I'll bring it down here. Okay. Am I bringing that today? Yes, I think I am. Okay. Right, next turn. Don't think we've had an event still, which is really surprising. Okay, got another colony ship. Let's bring that out. Okay, let's make another one. 2 turns. I haven't even got that yet, and I'm getting them done in 2 turns, which is pretty impressive. Okay. Come down here. Babe system. Right, so we'll come towards there. Gonna run out of range down here for this ship, sadly, in a minute. Right, that colony ship, where am I burning it to? There? Doesn't look like there's any Empire near to me, which is really lucky. Okay, haven't seen any yet. So let's end the turn. Don't know what that is. Did I forget to take something off automated? I should have done. Right. Oops. Probably wasted a bit of movement there, but looks of it. Finally, an event. So I'm going to be picking Malevolent, almost definitely. The other options, there's 2 cents to pick. The Benevolent one happens to be the worst one. And that's just a scout ship, which I don't really need with my commander. But yeah, I want Malevolent picks. So, oh, and actually have enough to get this now. So we are Ruthless. And let's see if they fix this bug after I've chosen a new tech. I'll come out of there a second. So the first place I colonized, yeah, it gets Ruthless, 100% production to ships. And if we check the description, it certainly doesn't mention that. It says it doubles the military production of our homeworld. Our homeworld is so motivated to spread its influence that the shipyards there can produce ships at twice the rate of almost any world in the galaxy. Now, what I believe is going on, what used to happen is it used to work on every planet within your home system. I think they maybe assumed at some point that everyone would colonize the second world within the home system, which there usually is. There isn't actually. With the Terran Resistance, you only get 1 planet. So maybe that's why the second world gets it as well. Currently, I think that's a bug. I doubt that's intentional. But yeah, I'm going to take advantage of it. So let's come down here. Kind of have to if I wanted to go along that line, which I do. Right, so nothing there. Let's bring this colony out there. So the research, we got the extra range. Right, I think I'm going to go for Universal Translator next. Or am I? I'm kind of tempted to beeline administration points. Diplomacy can be pretty useful though, so I either want that or that. And I'm not really sure what I want yet. No point in going anything in there yet. There's nothing here that would really help me massively. I mean, I could get even more speed, but I think I might be overdoing it. Yeah, none of that's, well, capacity maybe. Don't think I'll go for that though. I'm going to start coming along the economic picks in colonization. So, ironically, engineering does a lot more to help you colonize early game than colonization. But this is all of the buildings mainly. The infrastructure, which yeah, it should be renamed to infrastructure really. So, there are some colonization techs for extreme planet worlds though, I've said that. Let's come down here. Nothing there. Okay. So let's come down to, I think I'll go to there. And maybe I don't know. I'll go to there, then I'll loop around there, I think. Okay, yeah, this is really working out. I'm really glad I picked that now. So, more aid research there. And, oh, so we got a new scout. 3 moves. I'll go up to the backfield with this, I think. Which I'm not going to be colonizing soon, probably. So we'll have a look over there. Come around there. Have I got a colony ship in here? No. Right, let's end the turn. I've got to remember now which colony ships are going where, which is becoming more and more difficult because I've got so many of them. So I don't think I'll colonize those at the time being. I don't think I'm in risk of losing out on them. So I'll bring them further afield and backfill basically. Let's come down here. Oh, we found someone. Okay, my frame rate just died. Right, I thought we were going to get initiations for diplomacy, but we didn't. But we have found them. We found the Drengin, and they're probably the empire I would least like to see out of anyone, because they're the most aggressive. So we got 6 movements left. And yeah, we've made contact now. Okay, but we can't talk to them because I haven't got the universal translator. So this star, wow, they've colonized everything there. So I think we found the limits of my expansion down south by the looks of things. It's possible there might be stuff over here which I kind of need to send a colony ship to, but otherwise I might get it. So their capital is probably around there somewhere. Now the Drengin, there's a little story to mention about them in this patch. Basically, with the tech, in this patch, with the planetary invasion technology, you now get 10 extra legions. Now, those of you who've played the Drengin in the past will know they used to, I specifically used to, have this to start out. So they would have had 10 legions to start out if that hadn't have been changed in this patch. And then actually, it was only because I mentioned on the forums of that fact that it actually got changed in this patch that's currently available. So the Drengin would have basically been using these 10 free legions to start out to conquer everyone right from the game's beginning if that hadn't been changed. So in effect, I just basically saved everyone from Drengin invasion in this patch. So yeah, that's basically wouldn't have happened if I hadn't mentioned it, because they missed out on that somehow. But I kind of like playing as a Drengin, so it's kind of, maybe I shouldn't have mentioned it. But yeah, it definitely would have been very imbalanced if they started out with 10 legions and no one else had legions up until the point where, well, deep into the tech tree. So they really needed to make a change here. That's normally the first point where you can get legions. You have to make a building and, yeah, jump through quite a few hoops to get them up and going. So with this then, let's... Well, I don't see any colony ships coming up here yet, but it's only going to be a matter of time. So I need to colonize the second world there pretty soon. Let's come down to here then. Okay, and it's turn 41, so we've got a new citizen. So I'm probably going to be hiring an administrator again, I'm guessing. I won't hire them quite yet though. So it's a new colony. Right, we actually finished the social building there. So I'm going to make a shipyard here next, but as you can see, it's not in the list, which is a pain. So what I have to do to put it in the list is take off that world temporarily. You can come back over here then, and it appears. And then you're able to stick it back in the list. So I'm not sure why you have to do that, but yeah. Stardock and polish and issues go together. Lack of. So back in the shipyard, let's get out small colony ships. Let's put that on. So how many have I got at the moment? I have 6. Now there's maybe a limit to how many I want to make, because it's unlikely I'm going to be able to colonize past a certain amount of planets and there are issues with administration points. In the previous release version patch, I think you were able to upgrade a colony ship to a constructor without it affecting how many points you had, but I think it now actually minuses your points. I think that was changed, and there's quite a few issues with this as well. You don't get administration points back if you disband a colony ship, constructor, a starbase, or a survey ship, or if you lose one of them in a combat, you also don't get the point back, which they probably need to make changes to, at least in some circumstances, not necessarily all of those I mentioned. But yeah, current state of things is you have to be very careful with this. Okay, so there's a colony ship here, isn't there? Let's bring it towards the drenching, because it's definitely... Well, you know what? I want to bring some over there soon, I think, because the drenching will get those eventually if I don't get over there. But there's 2 planets there at least. So I'll bring it there, is it? Should I colonize that now, or... Let's bring that down to there. I think I'll basically try and keep within 5 tiles of that, but I won't colonize it. Right, just in case this colony ship coming out. Okay, so let's end the turn.